What
think.
is-
Okay, so this is my son Ryan. He's interviewing Cliff for a school project.
Nice. So what are you getting out of your school project? What are you supposed to do?
I'm telling Heritage Fair.
Okay. And when's your heritage fair?
I'm pretty sure it's due on the 22 of March.
Okay. So you need to get this interview done. You want to learn about the Saskatoon Tribal Council. You want to learn about our communities, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, fire away. Whatever questions you may have.
What is the Saskatoon Tribal Council?
What is it?
Give him a copy of your questions there, son.
Okay, so what is the Saskatoon Tribal Council? The Saskatoon Tribal Council is basically a community-based organization, CBO, and even an NGO, government organization that is designed to support our 7 member communities. Now, the Saskatoon Tribal Council was formed in 1982, and that's 20-some years ago, over 30 years ago. And the reason why it was created is that Indian Affairs and Indian and Northern Affairs Canada at that particular time, which is now known as ISC, Indigenous Services Canada, they were devolving all their programs to the communities, and so we needed an organization that would organize those services for our communities. Okay. A lot of our communities were not ready to take on these programs and services that they had to offer. So the tribal councils right across Saskatchewan were created to take on what you call second level supports, programs that provide technical support at the community level. So we're here providing a lot of supports for our communities to provide their programs to their people. Okay, that's what the tribal council is for. So there's 7 member communities in our tribal council, and that's Kiniston. Well, let me explain this. We have three distinct dialects and cultures in our tribal council. We cover basically 2 treaty territories, Treaty 4 and Treaty 6. We have the Kiniston Saulteaux Nation. Okay, we have the Mistwasis Nehewa Cree Nation. We have Muskeg Lake Cree Nation, Muscadet Cree Nation. We have One Arrow Cree Nation. We have the Whitecap Dakota Sioux Nation, and we also have the Yellowquill Saulteaux Nation. So we have 3 distinct dialects. One is the Nehewa, which is the Cree people. The other is the Anishinaabe, which is the Saulteaux people. And we have the Dakota Sioux people that are all in our tribal council. So very unique. We covered, like I said, we cover 2 treaty territories. We provide our stakeholder base in our communities. We have 13,000 people in all the 7 member communities, okay? But our biggest community that we serve is the city of Saskatoon. So we have an agreement with all the other tribal councils across this province. There's 74 First Nations in Saskatchewan. It doesn't matter if they live here, it doesn't matter if they're from our communities, from our 7 member communities. We have an agreement to take care of them. So there's an additional 25,000 people that we take care of in the city of Saskatoon. So our stakeholder base and the people that we take care of is over 30,000 people. So it's a very large stakeholder base, a lot of members we take care of. But more importantly, it's making sure that these people have opportunity, improving their quality of life. Okay?
Wow.
How did it start and when it first opened? Well, we talked about it in 1982. We opened up STC and we started off with 2 employees. Okay, one what you call the district rep, and also the finance individual. So 2 people. That's how it started off, taking care of establishing the tribal council. And at that particular time, it was called Saskatoon District Chiefs. And now it's known as the Saskatoon Tribal Council. And we had many other communities involved. We had probably about 14 communities under the Saskatoon District Chiefs but they broke off and they created other tribal councils. Agency chiefs became part of it, as well as some joining the Battleford Agency tribal chiefs. Okay, so that tribal council, they a lot of them broke off, but R7 is R7, and that's what's remained since 1982, and it won't change. So, okay, Beardies went on their own. Beardies was a part of the Saskatoon district chiefs at that particular time, but they decided to become independent, to go on their own, and they've been independent since. So that's when we were formed, and that's when we were created. So who are the members? Well, I said the Kiniston First Nation, Mistawasses Nehiyawak Nation, Muskeg Lake Cree Nation, Muscadet First Nation, One Arrow First Nation, Whitecap Dakota Nation, and the Yellowquill First Nation. Okay, so those are the 7 members. Who else is involved with STC? Well, we got a lot of partners, and I know one of those questions you're going to be asking, who are the STC partners? Well, we have a lot of partners. All involved, you know, is both the federal and provincial governments, okay, as well as the municipal government, which is the city of Saskatoon. So those are partners of ours. We have industry partners, Nutrien, Sask Power, Sask Energy, the University of Saskatchewan, the city of Saskatoon. So those are our industry partners. We have many business partners. Private business, we've got many partners which we call legacy partners, and they're there to support us with respect to putting our people to school, making sure that they go beyond their grade 12. They go to get a 2-year diploma through SIT or Sask Polytech, get into trades, or they go to university, 4-year degree. So those are really important with respect to opportunities that our young people like yourself have, you know. So the reason why we have our partners with industry and businesses, because one day you'll work for one of those businesses, one day you'll work in one of those industries, whether that's oil, gas, whether it's in agriculture, or whether that's in the health industry. You know, any one of those industries is partners. We're partners with the Saskatchewan Health Authority. We're partners with the school boards, the Greater Saskatoon Catholic School Board, as well as the Saskatoon Public School Board, as well as the outlying areas where our First Nation communities are, their school boards. So we're partners with all of them. We're also partners with all the post-secondary institutions in SIT, Saskatchewan Indian Institute of Technologies, Sask Polytechnic, and the University of Saskatchewan. So those are all our partners. We partner with them to make sure that our young people such as yourself have that opportunity and that opportunity to improve the quality of life for yourself, your family, you know, your dad, your mom, you know, and certainly all of your relations that you have. So
My siblings?
and your siblings, absolutely. So that's why we create these partnerships, is to ensure that, you know, there's so many roads available to you when you're done your grade 12. But important, if you finish your grade 12, you have to get your grade 12 first, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I have a question, Cliff. What is your role with STC?
My role with STC is I basically take care of 300 staff. Okay, so STC, we have we're getting close to 300 staff that we actually take care of here, and so I organize the staff. What we do is we develop strategic plans, we develop work plans behind that, and I monitor that. We make sure that we're getting the job done, and ensure that, you know, everything is operating smoothly at the tribal council. I work with the chiefs. My other role is a chief of staff. So I go to the chiefs, I talk to the 7 chiefs in a governance house, and I explain to them where we're at with respect to the priorities that they've established. There's 5 priorities that the chiefs have established, and I printed out a copy for you. Okay. So these are all our directives and our priorities that the chiefs have told us. Number 1, building healthier and empowered communities. That's the first priority. Number two, community capacity building and devolution. So what that means is that we want to make sure that we build people up in the communities where they can take on those programs and services at the community level, okay? Number three, fiscal strength and economic opportunity for our people. We want to make sure that we're strong here financially, and we want to give opportunities for our young people like yourselves in the whole area of economic development. In the communities, we want to make sure that there's business owners, entrepreneurs that will hire our young people and put them to work, okay? Protecting our culture, treaty rights, and traditions. We're under 2 treaty territories here, Treaty 4, Treaty 6. So prior to the people coming over from Europe, when they came over, we were the original people that were here, and we had a way of life, we had traditions, we had our culture, we had our language. Okay, can you speak your language?
Oui.
Can you speak Cree?
Français.
Yeah, so me too. But my mom and dad and my kokum and my mosham, they can speak Cree just like that. Do you understand Cree when somebody says danse? What does that mean?
Hello.
There you go. So what we need to do is make sure that you can speak Cree, and you can speak Cree to your children when you have kids, okay? So we can't forget about our language. So we're there to protect our culture, protect our language and our rights, as because we signed treaty. We signed treaty back in 1876. We signed treaty, okay? And that was a relationship between the Crown, which was the government of that day, and our leaders, okay? And making STC a leader in good governance, professional management, and as an employer of choice. So making this a great place to work, so that when you're old enough to come to work here, you'll want to come to work for the Tribal Council, okay? So I'm going to give you that. That'll be part of your presentation and what we do here. It's got all the services that we have, all the programs that we do here. So right from making sure that there's good drinking water in the community. We have people going out there on all our 7 communities and testing the water all the time. Every week they're out there testing the water, making sure that the water is good to drink. We have people going out there to work on houses, removing mold and supporting the communities when they're building their houses or when they're renovating their homes for a good place to live. Okay, we have people in the areas of justice, making a safe place, ensuring that everybody is living together and they understand rules, they understand the law. So we have people going out there for that. We have housing in the city here. We have over 400 doors or 400 units or 400 houses that we have people living very affordable. Okay, so these are the many programs and services that we have. We have nurses going out to our communities, making sure our people are well taken care of. Okay, we have people that go out to the schools out there, making sure that the kids over there have all the programs and services that you have here in the city. Same thing over there. Even just because they live out in the country, they get those same programs and those same services out there that you get here. So those are all the different things that we do at the Tribal Council here. Many things, okay? What is the Vampire Gala? The Vampire Gala is a program that was established for the White Buffalo Youth Center. You ever hear about the White Buffalo Youth Center?
Yeah, we went there a couple times.
Yeah.
So they have that big gym, remember?
The big gym, and it's like a big teepee right downtown. That's the White Buffalo. So there we provide a lot of programs and services for kids that sometimes are having trouble, and kids such as yourself. We bring all these kids together to make sure that there's a safe place for them to go and play basketball, volleyball, floor hockey, to do arts, crafts, to learn about culture, to do powwow dancing, to make regalia for powwow and so on like that. But this is a place where we bring all the kids together. We usually get about 30,006 kids visits there every year, and we give out school supplies there. We feed the kids there. We feed the families. We have programs that help support families, and there's a big Christmas dinner, a big meal there, on and on and on. So the Vampire Gala is a time when we ask our corporate partners, industry and business, to come in and support us, and to basically raise money to provide those programs at the White Buffalo. That's what the Vampire Gala is an opportunity for us to raise money so that we can provide those programs and services to our kids down at the White Buffalo.
Everybody gets dressed up like vampires.
Yeah, everybody gets dressed up and has a good time. We have entertainment there, but we have a good meal, but it's a fundraiser for us, okay? So that we can raise money to make sure that we can put on those programs, okay?
Have you ever noticed everyone's wearing glasses?
Yeah, we are.
We all are, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Where is STC located at all locations?
Well, our head office here, you're on Treaty 6 territory. You're on Muskeg Lake Urban Reserve. This is the very first urban reserve that ever opened up right across Canada back in 1988. Okay, so this is Muskeg Lake's land. So we're on Indian Reserve in the city of Saskatoon, and this is where our head office is. We have a location where we have employment training as well as education, and our Aboriginal heads start on 7th Street. It's called Scion, a place called Scion, where we have those programs there. We have the White Buffalo Youth Lodge, which is downtown on 20th. We have the health center, our clinic, which is on 20th. We have our urban programming. It's on Avenue P. That's where a lot of our urban programming, where we work with parents. We work with our mushums and our cookums, supporting parents and families and kids, ensuring that they know how, they know all the programs available to them in the city of Saskatoon. We have that over there. We have a number of homes where we take care of babies. There's 2 homes there, and we have another 4 homes that actually take care of kids. And we work with the Ministry of Social Services to take care of these kids and make sure that they have opportunity as well, and bring them back to their families. They may, their mom and dad may have some problems, but we work with their mom and dad to make sure that these kids, that the family comes back together. So we have 4 homes there. So we're located all over the place, but we also work with our 7-member communities back in their communities, okay? We talked about our partners. We have all our partners, right from government all the way to the post-secondary institutions, supporting us and making sure that our kids, such as yourself, are going to school, making sure you're getting a degree, and on and on and on. Journey is he's a mutt. He's a res dog. He's our mascot. Journey is our mascot for the tribal council, and it was something that former tribal chief Felix Thomas said we need a mascot here, because we're always at events, we're always with Indian Summer Games, with North American Indigenous Games, the Winter Games, the future is yours. Any event that we have, the backpack program, where we give school supplies, the Christmas party, any event that we have, or that our communities have, if say somebody from Muskeg Lake called and said we need Journey out here, we send Journey out there. So Journey is a mascot for the tribal council and our 7-member community. So he's there to support us. He's there to make sure that everybody knows that this is a Saskatoon Tribal Council event. When we do put on something, there's Journey, our mascot, is there. So he is our mascot. Okay.
I have one. Why does everyone wear suits?
Well, you know, it's business. It's when you're dealing with business, you know, that's the formal clothing that they wear, and so we just want to make sure that, you know, we do business accordingly, just like everybody else. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it, eh?
Ryan's also into IT.
Wow.